I'm Brian Sarwer Foner, and I'm a hopeless optimist. I'm also a man with a mission. In today's world, we're living in deplorable circumstances with the environmental crisis we face, climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution of air, water, and soils, degradation of our natural resources, the underpinnings for supporting life. My vision is an environmental paradigm called ERA, which stands for Eco-Responsibility. The world's problems we have to address. We have to get to the root causes. ERA, Eco-Responsibility, provides a course correction for us to individually and collectively focus our efforts and consolidate our actions so we can co-create a future where humanity is thriving in harmony and balance with nature. Is there anything else more important? My research proposal is to do participatory action research with a group of identified environmental NGOs. It would involve workshops, it would involve interviews with leading experts on what is it they see as the best solutions. Part of the ERA framework is to look at best practices from around the world. This campaign that I'm talking about setting up would be a Canada-wide campaign, and the environmental groups would be representative of the whole country in different efforts. So by accessing the knowledge and wisdom of experienced environmentalists who are addressing the climate crisis, looking at what solutions are needed and strategies for how to get these solutions implemented, I would consolidate the information through this participatory action research, collaborative research process. And the idea would be to end up with a framework that could be applied to a national communication strategy and an action plan for everybody to get involved, individually and collectively. This has been needed for decades. A campaign such as sustainability, which was developed in the 1990s with a large amount of public input into the process of experts and devoted and dedicated people. Tragically, it was never implemented, but the need exists ever stronger today. In the 25 years since Rio, we haven't made much progress, baby steps at best, and many of these get reversed. Environmental solutions need to become mainstream. Alternatives need to be made available. Economic incentives have to be given. This requires a political will. This will only happen if an informed public demands it. My proposal is to research climate solutions with an ERA framework, looking at certain pillars of society: ERA politics, ERA economics, ERA industry, ERA design, ERA relations with natural resources. What are the alternatives being proposed in terms of addressing people's consumption habits? Because let's face it, the one thing we all have in common is that we consume and we overconsume and we create way too much waste. We've taken baby steps at best since Rio 25 years ago, 26 years ago almost now. We have not addressed the climate crisis, and people are still debating it. It's time we roll up our sleeves and work. And it's time that we take great leaps forward.